Let us familiarize a relatively low-cost polymer processing method, which is casting. Casting is usually used for preparing the articles having limited length. For example, we can prepare sheets, tubes, rods, the other articles which having a limited length. Here in this method, we are converting a liquid polymer into a solid article. So, in casting method, liquid polymer material is converted into a solid finished product. So, the materials required for casting process are, we need a Petri dish having the desired shape. Then we need the liquid polymer material, and a curative. Then the other ingredients like coloring materials, etc. Then we can also use a monomer of the particular polymer with suitable catalyst and other ingredients for preparing polymer articles by using casting process. Here the method is very simple. First of all, we have to take a Petri dish having the desired shape. Then we have to pour our liquid polymer into the Petri dish. Then we have to place this in an oven at an elevated temperature for heating for few hours. Then taking out from oven, we can pull out the solid article from the Petri dish. So finally we'll get our desired product. During cooling, the volume of the polymer decreases slightly, so we can easily pull out the solid material from the Petri dish. So we can prepare articles having different shapes by choosing Petri dish of different size and shape. Next method is thermoforming. Thermoforming is actually used for preparing the three-dimensional articles of plastics. And here, first of all, we require a thermoplastic material from which we are going to prepare the article. Okay. Then we are going to attach this with clamps. So that makes easy to handle the thermoplastic material. Then we have to heat the thermoplastic material to attain its softening temperature. So it attains its softening temperature. So when this thermoplastic material attains its softening temperature, that is, it converts into a rubbery state, it will be placed in a mold having suitable cavity shape. Okay, so now we are going to place this thermoplastic material in a suitable mold, and so this mold containing two parts. One is female dye, female dye and the male dye. Then after putting this thermoplastic material in between these two parts, we are going to press the male dye over the female dye. So when we press the upper part over the lower part, what happens is this thermoplastic material will be sandwiched in between these two parts, and slowly it attains the shape of the cavity. So then we can easily cool this material and convert it into the solid article. So this is an easy method which we are used to prepare thermoplastic, three-dimensional thermoplastic materials. Okay. Then the last method is fiber spinning. So in this polymer processing method, a raw polymer is converted into polymer fibers. So here raw polymer is converted into polymer fibers. So fiber spinning can be done by using three different methods. One is melt spinning, and the second process is called dry spinning, and one more method is there, that is wet spinning. So all these methods are used for preparing fibers of polymer from the raw polymer. First of all, we are going to discuss melt spinning process. So here in melt spinning, first of all, polymer chips are heated into a viscous material. So here, after converting the polymer chips into molten polymer material, then it is passed through a spinneret having proper holes. Then it is passing through spinneret. Then we'll get fibers. Then we can subsequently wound upon spin this. Okay, that's all the method we are following here in melt spinning. So just have a look at the instrumentation of melt spinning. So this is the instrumentation of melt spinning method. First of all, we have a hopper attached to a chamber which can hold the hot polymer material, and this chamber is connected to metering pump. Metering pump helps to make the flow of polymer, molten polymer, constant. So it helps to attain the constant flow rate. Then this metering pump is attached to the spinneret having proper holes. Okay, this is the instrumentation. So here we have a heating grid to convert the polymer chips into the viscous material. So first of all, we have to add the polymer chips into the hopper, and the heating grid. This is hopper. This is the polymer material, and the heating grid converts this polymer chips into molten polymer. And when this hot polymer enters into this metering pump, so this is the metering pump. So when this hot hot viscous polymer enters into the metering pump, this metering pump makes its flow constant. And this hot molten polymer is pumped into the spinneret having proper holes. So, this molten polymer forcefully passed through the spinneret and it converts into fibers. Now we can cool these fibers by cold air. Then we can frequently wound this fibers upon spindles. Okay. Then two other difficulties we are facing during melt spinning processes are, one is lump formation. So maybe due to cross-linking or thermal degradation, lumps can be formed in the hot polymer solution. But we can easily filter off the lump from hot polymer solution. So that is not a big problem. Second one is we have to protect our hot polymer solution from environment. Otherwise, it is difficult to form fibers from this hot polymer solution. And that can also result by using inert environment around the hot polymer solution. And the inert environment can be provided by using some gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide or steam, etc. So by providing these gases around hot polymer solution, we can protect the hot polymer from environment. That is, we can provide an inert environment around hot polymer solution. So this is all about melt spinning process. So the next one is dry spinning. It is almost similar to melt spinning. But the difference is that there in melt spinning we are using polymer chips, but here in dry spinning we are using polymer solution. Here in dry spinning instrument, a hopper is there and we are adding polymer solution, that is polymer along with suitable solvent as the raw material. This is added into the hopper. Then a metering pump is there. Metering pump makes the flow of polymer constant. So this is metering pump. Metering pump makes the flow of polymer solution constant. This is hopper. This polymer solution is directly pumped to spinneret having proper holes. Okay. From the holes of spinneret, we'll get fibers. But here, polymer is mixed with solvent. So there may be the presence of solvent along with the polymer. So we have to remove the excess solvent present in fibers. Excess solvent will be evaporated out from fiber, but it will be a slow process. So to enhance the evaporation of solvent from fiber, we need to provide nitrogen environment. So this fiber here, around fiber we have to provide nitrogen. So it is a nitrogen inlet, and the excess nitrogen and the solvent will be escape through this hole. So this is nitrogen, excess nitrogen, and solvent, and the solvent vapor will be escaped through this hole. And we can on the polymer, we can on the fiber upon a spindle. Okay, this is the dry spinning method. So here we are using polymer, and this polymer in a suitable solvent as a raw material. It is injected through a hopper. It enters into a metering pump where it attains constant flow rate. Then it is pumped to spinneret, and fibers are produced from spinneret. Excess solvent on fibers are evaporated, and evaporation is enhanced by nitrogen environment, and the formed fibers are wound upon spindles. So that is the entire process occurring dry spinning process. And the final spinning method is wet spinning method. Here also the polymer solution is poured into a hopper. So polymer solution, then it is filtered. So here we have a filter, and it is passed through a metering pump. Then it is pumped to a spinneret. Then when polymer is passed through the spinneret, it converts to jet. Then this jet is led to a precipitation bath. So here we have a precipitation bath. And when this jet is come in contact with the precipitation bath, this precipitation bath is a non-solvent bath. It's a non-solvent bath. And when this jet is in contact with this precipitation bath, fine filaments will be formed here. Fine filaments will be obtained here, and these fine filaments are then washed. These fine filaments are washed. And then gathered to spindle. So this is what done in wet spinning process. So this is all about spinning method. Okay.